Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Brett's Output Help, and in this video I'll be showing you how to install Mac OS X 10.7 Lion in a virtual machine on your Windows PC. So to get Mac OS X 10.7 Lion on your PC, we're going to be using a little program called VMware Workstation. And what VMware Workstation does is it basically allows you to run an operating system inside your current operating system. Now I have tried this out, this version of Mac OS X Lion in the virtual machine for about a week or two, and I do say that it is actually quite stable, it works just fine, and that's why I want to share it with you today. Alright, so let's go over a few requirements of what you need to actually run Mac OS X Lion in the virtual machine on your PC. And the first little thing I just wanted to go over quickly is if you have an AMD processor, I'm sorry, this will most likely not work for you. You can still give it a try, but what leads me to say this is because I'm really not sure if you guys have hardware virtualization, which is what you need to get this to work. Sources tell me that you need an Intel processor to have hardware virtualization. You can still give it a try. Heck, if you even get it to work, that's great, but I'm sorry if this does not work for you and you have an AMD processor. Second of all, if you have an Intel processor, my recommendations is you have an at least Intel Core 2 Duo or earlier. If you have an Intel Core 2 Duo or later, this will probably be really slow and will be almost unbearable for you guys to use. That's just my personal recommendations. As I said, you can still give it a try if you want, but I'm just warning you guys, this will probably be a little slow for you. And last but certainly not least, what I want you guys to do is download this program right here. It is called Securable, and what this does is it checks if your computer has hardware virtualization enabled, and where you go to download this is right here. I'll have the link in the video description for you guys to check out, and you just basically download now. I already have it downloaded, but you can do that for yourself. And then once you have that downloaded, you just open up the program right here, click yes, and you should be prompted with this. So I am running a 64-bit operating system. I do have hardware DEP enabled, and I also do have hardware virtualization enabled. If you do not have hardware virtualization enabled, you can go into your BIOS and look for that, but you should definitely look it up first. I'm not going to show you how to do that in your BIOS because every motherboard has a different BIOS, so that is why just look it up how to enable hardware virtualization on your BIOS. So if everything is in the green, you are good to go. You can now quit out of the program. Next step, what I want you guys to do is you're going to have to download the Mac OS X Snow or the Mac OS X Lion operating system, and this does also come with VMware Workstation. So this is the only download you're going to need to do. It is a torrent file, so you can either use uTorrent, BitTorrent, Views. I don't know what else there is, but you can use any torrenting program that you want. I'll have the link in the video description for you guys to download the torrent. Just open this up. You can choose wherever you want to put it. It is a 4.32 gigabyte file, so you can either leave it overnight or you can just have it in the background downloading, and just choose wherever you want to put it and just let that go. It's a relatively fast download, I found it, and basically once you have that all downloaded, let's move these off to the side for now. You will get this .zip file. You can either use WinRAR, 7-zip, or any other extracting program to extract this. So you just right click it and then extract here or extract wherever you want to put it. Then you will get this folder right here. You can basically just double click into this, and then you will get all these files right here. So first off, we're going to need to install the VMware Workstation, and you can just select that right here and then just install it right here. You'll double click this, and then it will now start loading this up. This will take about 2 minutes or something like that, depending on your system. So I will be back as soon as it finishes. Alright, so I just finished with that little loading thing. It actually took like a few seconds, but anyways, you will be greeted with this little prompt right here. You can just click next, and then click typical, or you can choose a little custom. You can just do some other stuff in there, but I recommend just doing typical, and then clicking, just get rid of this annoying little thing. Then just click next, and then if you want, you can always check for updates on the startup, help improve, yeah, sure. I'm just going to only do it to my desktop so I don't have all the clutter, and then click continue, and it will start installing it. Again, I'll be back in just a few moments when this finishes up. Alright, so I just finished with the install, and it now prompts me to restart my computer. You can always restart later, but if you restart later, you cannot continue with this tutorial. You will have to restart right now. So that is what I'm going to do, and I will be back once I'm finished. Alright, so I just rebooted my system and now we can proceed. So let's go into the extracted folder we did a bit earlier, and then we go to VMware Patch OS X Lion. Now we will need to run a patch that makes VMware Workstation compatible with Mac OS X Lion, because currently at this state it does not support Mac OS X Lion. So what we're going to click is this little batch file right here, not the Win32. We're going to right click it and then run as administrator. So let's do this now. Click yes. It will open up command prompt. So just give this a minute. It should do some stuff here. And there it is. It's all now done. It will close by itself, and you can now proceed. So now we just back out of this. We can now close out of this. You should have VMware Workstation on your desktop right now. If you don't, you can always go to your start and then look for it there. So let's double click this to open it up. Alright, so VMware Workstation has just loaded up for me, and now we can either choose to open an existing VM or team, or go to File and then click Open. It doesn't really matter, it's the same thing. Open this up, navigate to where you extracted that folder earlier, open that up. OS X Lion Final VMware is what you click, and then you should see Mac OS X Lion right here. You click on this, click Open, and here is where you make some changes to the OS X Lion operating system. So here's where you can choose what Mac OS X Lion is going to use from your computer. So for RAM, you can choose how much RAM you use. I have set it to 2 gigabytes of RAM because I only have 4 gigabytes of RAM in my computer. And you can go ahead and change it just by double clicking on this. And you can choose this bar right here. Obviously, if you have more RAM, you can go ahead and boost it up if you want, but if you have less, you can go ahead and drop it down. Recommended, it says it's about 1 gigabyte, but I do recommend you have at least 2 gigabytes that you give to it, or else it will be kind of laggy. Alright, so once we have all this set what we want, we can now choose power on this virtual machine. And if you get this prompt, you will choose I copied it. Click OK. And this is just for my system only. If you get that, that's okay. I'm just going to go full screen. If you do get this, this is great. Apple sign, even better. It may be a little slow because it is running in a virtual machine, so it's not going to be the actual full speed. And don't worry about the black bars around your screen. It will eventually be set to configure your resolution later. Alright, so it now has just booted up, and the first thing I'm going to actually do is just change my resolution to show you that you can get rid of the black bars. Just go to the little system preferences down here, displays, and then let's choose 1080, which is what my system is, and there you go, it is now full screen, and it works just fine. So that's pretty much it, that you can now run Mac OS X Lion in your computer, or on your computer rather. And you've got full functionalities. You can use the Mac App Store, just sign into your account, your Apple ID that is, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a few quick things I wanted to show you guys before we end this video. If you want to go back to Windows, just go to the top of your screen and then click the little minimize or the little exit full screen button, and you can go back to your Windows and you can use that too. If you want to go full screen, you just click this little icon right here and it brings you into full screen, so that's good. And one last little thing, if you want to change your name up here from being Mahmoud1 to your personal name, you just click this and then choose Users and Groups Preferences. Let this load up here and then choose, or type in your name rather. So I'm going to type that in and then click Close, and then it should change to your personal name. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my tutorial, guys. So if you did like this video, please definitely give it a like up, and also subscribe up top, somewhere up in that corner over there, and comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions. You can definitely leave them down below. If you have any questions about this, I will do my best to answer them. I may not be able to answer all of them, but I'll try my best. And yeah, spread this around to your friends if they want Mac OS X Lion on their PC. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.